At 4 o'clock in the morning on November 5th, 1983, 5 men lost their lives on an oil rig in the North Sea, but the accident did not happen underwater. It happened on the deck of the Byford Dolphin. The rig was working near Norway's northeast Frigg gas field. On board were saturation divers, specialists who worked at extreme depths, where the pressure was many times higher than at the surface. At those depths, a diver's body absorbs large amounts of gas. Returning to normal pressure too quickly can cause severe decompression sickness. So instead of decompressing after every dive, saturation divers lived inside pressurized chambers. A diving bell carried them between the chamber and the seabed. That morning, 2 divers had just returned from a job lasting almost 2.5 hours. 2 other divers were sleeping inside the chamber. The system was pressurized to about 9 atmospheres, similar to the pressure found around 90 meters underwater. The diving bell was connected to the chamber by a short passage called a trunk. The safe procedure had to happen in the correct order. First, the bell door had to be sealed, then the inner chamber door had to be closed. After that, the trunk had to be slowly returned to normal pressure. Only then could the locking clamp be removed and the diving bell separated. But before the inner door was secured, and before the trunk was depressurized, the clamp was opened. Within seconds, the chamber at 9 atmospheres was exposed to normal air pressure. The escaping air created an enormous blast. The diving bell was thrown away from the chamber, striking the 2 attendants standing nearby. All 4 divers inside were killed immediately. 1 attendant also died, while the other was seriously injured. The official investigation concluded that the locking mechanism had been opened too early and that important steps in the procedure had been missed. But there was also a major safety weakness. Rules introduced before the accident required newer systems to prevent a pressurized trunk from being opened. The Byford Dolphin had not been upgraded because those rules were not retroactive. After the disaster, investigators recommended rebuilding the system and adding protections that could prevent the same sequence from happening again. The Byford Dolphin accident became one of the darkest warnings in commercial diving history. It showed that sometimes a disaster does not begin with a massive explosion. Sometimes it begins with one action happening a few seconds too early.